everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. So today I'm doing my own nails, and again I've gone for a butterfly design because I really wanted to get some more butterflies in before summer ends. I have already done all of the prep and applied my tips and a thin clear base, so we're going to jump straight in to doing the design. So to start off with, I'm going to be using CJP's Snow White. This is their sort of bright flat white colour. It is a little bit trickier to use than some of their other whites, but it is the one that's got the brightest white, if that makes sense, which is what I wanted for this particular design. So this is going to be a base for my butterfly vinyls, and I wanted to encapsulate them, so I wanted to keep this base layer as thin as I could but make sure I'm getting that even bright white colour, if that makes sense. So I've applied that bead down at the cuticle area and then just brought it down towards the free edge. Annoyingly here I had a tiny bit of glitter stuck in that acrylic, so I just had to get that out. And then I'm just rubbing my brush over that acrylic, making sure it's as smooth as possible. And then I'm just painting on any more white that's needed just to build up the coverage so that there's that nice even base. So you can see I'm just coming in with small beads of acrylic to do that, and then keeping my brush full of monomer and just smoothing over the top. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the ring finger. So again, I'm picking up my bead of acrylic, popping it down just before that cuticle area and tapping it up into place. Because white is so pigmented, it can sometimes be that a little bit trickier to work with. So I'm just making sure to take my time, making sure to keep it away from that cuticle area. If I do get any on the skin or the cuticle like I did here, I'm making sure to clean that up before it starts setting with my brush. And then again, just feathering it out down towards the tip. And then I'm going to do the same again, just come in with another bead, blend it up slightly and then pull it down towards the free edge. Because I'm working with quite small beads of acrylic, I'm able to build that colour up without adding too much bulk to the nail. And the only reason again that we don't want this layer to be bulky is because I've got to encapsulate those butterflies. So if our base layer is bulky, then the overall nail is going to end up bulky, or when it does come to filing, we're going to file into the butterflies. So that's why I'm trying to keep it as thin as possible. So then once I've finished those two nails, I am going to leave them to set just because I wanted to buff them a little bit smoother before applying the decals. So I thought I would just leave them to set and move on to the other nails. So I'm then coming in with CJP Copper Penny. I did use this in my previous video because I did my thumbnail in a previous video, but I done a long nail and basically shortened it. So I wanted to obviously continue using that colour in this set. So I'm going to apply this to the tip of the pointer finger, just the tip, because this is just going to be the background for my glitter fade. So again, keeping this layer nice and thin. This is such a beautiful, shimmery, highly pigmented colour, so a little does go a long way. And then I'm going to do a full nail of it on my little finger. So I'm placing it down at that cuticle area. I'm going to tap it up into place and then pull that colour down towards the tip. I'm going to be encapsulating this colour even though you don't need to. So I'm just keeping it thin but coming in with another bead of colour just to build up the coverage. Now, my little fingernail I've done slightly shorter than the other ones because I damaged my hypernicum just under the nail ever so slightly the other day when I was sorting through some boxes, and I just didn't want to put too much length on it just in case it caused any pressure or any pain, because it did feel slightly tender. So that is just the reason why my little finger is that bit shorter than the other nails. So next up, I'm going to be using CJP Peach Sorbet, which is a gorgeous peachy nude colour, and I'm going to be using this for that glitter fade nail. So I've placed that down at the cuticle area, tapped it up into place, and then I'm just pulling the top of that bead down over the copper penny. It does overtake it a little bit because I picked up quite a large bead for what I was doing, but that doesn't really matter because the copper penny is just there as a background for that glitter. Then I decided to come in with just another small bead of the peach sorbet just to make it that little bit more opaque down at the nail bed area, and I've just applied that and blended it out the same as before. So we're then ready to come in with our glitter, and I'm going to be using this gorgeous copper glitter from Glitter Stella. So as you can see, it's called Copper Kettle. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. I love the autumn shades and I love that they're slowly starting to creep in, so I was really pleased to get this one out. So I'm picking that up with a small bead of my CJP crystal glass, keeping my brush full of monomer so I'm able to pop that glitter down and just tap it into place without it all sticking into my brush. So that first layer, I'm just tapping it out, roughly getting it where I want it to be. And it is a multi-cut mix, but there's quite a bit of chunky pieces in there, which is why I just wanted that hint of copper penny in the background, as just to give it that full-on coverage basically. And then I'm just using the tip of my brush to blend that out and fade it down the nail. I have a really bad habit of taking my glitter fades too far down the nail. Like when I'm doing them, I don't seem to notice, but after, I always seem to feel like, I took that a little bit too far down the nail again. But anyway, it means I get to see more of the glitter, so can't complain really. I'll then allow that to set before encapsulating. So next up, we're going to use those gorgeous butterfly vinyls. So these are from Candy Nails UK. I will leave a link to their website in the description box below, as well as all the other products I have used, so do check that out. So right before applying these, I did just give the nails a quick buff, just to make sure my white acrylic was as smooth as possible, and then I made sure to clean away all of that dust with some alcohol. And then I'm simply picking these decals up with my tweezers, placing them on the nail and then just pressing them down. I keep calling them decals, but I believe they're called vinyls. They don't go in any water, they're just like stickers, but they are that little bit thicker, and you can see they've got that gorgeous blue to orange colour shift. So on this now, I chose to do the two smaller ones because I'd used a more medium sized one on the other nail. And yeah, they apply really, really easily. I'm really impressed with the quality of them as well. I've not used any vinyls before, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I have to say these are fab and they stuck down really well. Off camera, I did trim the larger one ever so slightly at the sides, just because it overlapped a little bit. So I'm then going to come in and encapsulate these in my clear acrylic. So I wanted to make sure that clear acrylic got all around the edges of those butterflies. So I come in with a thin wet layer of acrylic first of all, tapped it into place at the cuticle, and then washed it over the nail. And then I come in with another bead to build up that apex area and build up the structure of the nail. And yeah, they encapsulated fine. I was a little unsure whether or how they would encapsulate, but yeah, no problems at all. And I've wore them on my nails for a couple of days now and they're all good. So again, just building up that structure, I just popped a little bit more in that back third just to make my apex a little bit higher. And then this is what the nails looked like after I'd finished encapsulating all of them. And then I did go off camera and did all of the filing today. So I filed, buffed, cleaned away all of the dust, etc, etc. And then this is what the nails looked like. Now I was a little bit disappointed in my shaping, to be honest. I really struggle with shaping square nails on myself. So it's definitely something I need to practice. But anyway, we're then ready for the best bit, which is top coat. So I'm top coating with my CJP Tack Free Top Gloss. I'm going to apply a nice even layer of this to all of the nails and then pop them in to cure for 60 seconds. I absolutely love this copper colour, and I really liked how it went with the blue vinyls as well, where they've got that orangey copper colour shift to them. I felt like it works quite well together. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this design and video. I just wanted to do something that was a bit of a transitional set between summer and autumn, because I wanted to do something that was still a little bit summery before we get into those full-on autumn nails, which I know are going to rapidly creep up on us. And to be honest, I do love autumn. It's my favourite season, especially for nails. So I am looking forward to getting stuck into those. But I just wanted one last butterfly set before we do go into autumn. So yeah, if you did enjoy watching, then please give the video a thumbs up or let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit that subscribe button, and I hope that I see you all again in the next video. So here I did allow my top coat to cool for a couple of minutes before I come in and apply my cuticle oil. I always allow it to cool just because it then stops your top coat from dulling. But then I'm going to rub in all of that cuticle oil and nourish my cuticles after the treatment. And then that is the end of the video. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.